Hello everybody, it's Elena, and in today's video we are building this modern overwater beach house in the world of Sulani in The Sims 4 obviously. And this is a modern house, as you can tell, and I don't think I've ever built anything modern in this world before, which is kind of odd because I really like to do modern houses. It's something I do fairly often, and I really like to build in Sulani, so it's just kind of like weird that I've never combined the two things that I really like and done a modern house in this world. But I'm glad that I did it today because I really like the outcome of it, and I think the modern style looks very nice in this world. It fits in really nicely in my opinion, so I like this house a lot and I hope you all like it too. But I did build this house with the intention of making it a rental home, so I just like decorated it in a very not personal way, and I didn't really add a lot of clutter just because that's typically not something you would see in a very fancy vacation home like this one. So it's not very personal at all, but it definitely could work as a regular residential home as well, just because, you know, it's a house. I feel like any house could work as a regular residential house. So if you want to live here full-time with your Sims, you can just, you know, add some personal stuff and some clutter and whatnot if you want to do that. But I think I also did post or save this to my library as a residential home just because it is like the default option, and I will be posting it to the gallery as such as well, just because it's, you know, just the default option. And if you want to play with it as a rental home, you can just change it to a rental. It's very easy. You can just change the lot type and you don't have to add anything else for it to become a rental home, so it's very easy. But yeah, I did make this as a rental home, and it's very not cluttered and very like sleek and clean on the inside in my opinion. But with that being said, I also did add some skill items just for your Sims to have something to do when they're on vacation. I think I added 2 easels, and I added the new little cute handy telescope, and I think also just like a little PC just in case you need one and you did not bring one of your own. So I just added a few little skill items that your Sims can have fun with when they're on vacation. And I added a boat so you can sail around Sulani, which is really fun in my opinion. But I would say that this is for a family or for like a group of friends that are on vacation together. But I made one like large bedroom for 2 Sims, and then on the second floor I put 2 bedrooms that both fit 2 Sims as well, so 6 Sims in total can live in this house or stay here. And in one of the bedrooms upstairs I put bunk beds, so Sims that are staying in that room don't have to share a bed, but in the other room I put a double bed. But yeah, 6 Sims in total, and I really like this house. I had a lot of fun making it, and I've been wanting to do something modern in Sulani for a long time, and I really like the way that it looks in Sulani. I think it fits in very, very nicely, as I said, so I'm definitely not against just doing something like this in the future if you all like it too. And I've just been wanting to build some more in Sulani for a long time because I love this world so much, and I'm just like feeling very summery at the moment because it's currently summer for me in real life, and this world just gives me summer vibes. But I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little bit rough, and if I at points like sound a little bit different from what I sounded like previously. I just like am still recovering from COVID, and I do have a bit of a cough, so my voice is still suffering a little bit, but I feel like I sound somewhat normal now. But it's just like if you catch me sounding a little bit odd, that's why. I'm just, you know, not feeling 100% by any means. But yeah, I think I've been showing symptoms of COVID for around 6 days now. Yeah, I think I started feeling sick last Sunday and it's now Saturday, so 6 days. And technically I am like allowed to break my self-isolation, and I haven't been like isolating as much these past few days, or yesterday and today, as I have been like the other days. But I am still keeping a bit of a distance from my dad just because I really, really do not want to get him sick at all, and he's the only one in my household that hasn't had it. My mom and I have just had it. Yeah, so I am just like staying away from him, and I do not want to get him sick at all, and I'm not like going outside and interacting with strangers either. I was supposed to go to this thing today, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to get anybody else sick, so I'm not gonna do that. But I don't feel super ill, or at least not in the regular way, I suppose. Currently I'm just like feeling symptoms that I have never felt before from any other kind of illness, so that's just like super strange. For example, my sense of smell and taste is completely gone, like 100%, and it's really annoying, and it's just like so frustrating because I cannot taste anything and I can't smell anything. So I've been like struggling to eat, and it's just been very rough, and I feel kind of like a little bit nauseous as well. And whenever I like eat something or drink, I do feel like nauseous and uncomfortable as well. So it's not comfortable, and I don't feel good. Also, I just feel super exhausted, so I'm definitely not over COVID yet, which is really annoying because I really want to just be doing good, and I want to be able to go outside and do whatever I want and eat whatever I want. But I just can't do that, so it's really sad, and I'm very frustrated, especially since I'm like finally on summer break and I've been waiting for this for so long. So it's just really annoying that I have to spend my summer break being really like unwell. I don't like that at all, and I just feel so exhausted. Like I don't have energy to do anything at all, and I'm having kind of like a hard time talking because I feel like I'm very out of breath. So it's definitely like, I don't know, I don't think it's really hitting me that hard because I wasn't super sick in like the usual way. My mom was definitely a whole lot sicker, like she was not doing good for a long time, but I did not have that. However, now, like, I don't know, I guess after the first few days of COVID, I'm feeling really bad, honestly. Like, I'm not doing very good today, especially, so it's frustrating, and I just really want to, you know, not spend my summer break being sick. So I'm upset about it, but I guess it's gonna be fine. But I'm just like also really upset about the taste and smell, like that whole thing, because I cannot taste or smell anything at all. Like it's 100% gone, and it's just so frustrating because I have like a pretty good appetite and I want to eat a lot of stuff, and I find myself craving many different things, and I really want to have food, right? But whenever I like sit down to eat something, I take one bite and I'm just like, no, I cannot do this. It's such an uncomfortable experience, mainly because like, you know, it doesn't taste like anything, and it's just so underwhelming, and it's so sad. Like it's such a sad experience to eat, and also I feel kind of like nauseous and have this sort of just uncomfortable experience or feeling that I just can't really describe. So it's not very fun, and I have not been eating much because it's just really difficult. So I really hope it's gonna get better soon because I'm really not having a fun time. Yeah, I'm not vibing right now. I guess that's safe to say. I am not vibing. And it seems like the numbers are just rising a lot all over Europe right now, which is just so exhausting. Like, please, I do not want this. I thought we were done with this pandemic stuff. But that's just a little bit of an update on me in my COVID chronicles, I guess. Yeah, but so in my last video, I also talked about how I most likely had gotten my grandparents sick because I had been with them for a long time, like before I tested positive for COVID, and I had no clue that I had gotten it from anywhere. It was like a really awful surprise when I found out that I had COVID and I started experiencing the symptoms. But as I said, it's today, Saturday, and they have luckily like not tested positive yet. So my family and I are kind of like starting to believe that they are not gonna get it, which is some kind of miracle, and I do not know how that happened because I had been with them for 4 days straight where I hadn't really like taken any extreme precautions. So I had, you know, been hugging them and eating with them, using the same bathroom, and we had like just, you know, been hanging out as per usual. But for some reason they have not caught it yet, and I don't know where I caught it because I had not really like interacted with anybody up until I got it, or at least not anybody that I knew had COVID, and I hadn't been like super close with anybody. I'm pretty sure I caught it on the ferry because I did have to ride a ferry on my way to my grandparents' house. But I just don't get it because like I did not really, you know, talk to anybody on the ferry. My dog and I, we were just sitting there by ourselves. So I really do not understand how I could have gotten it from not really being around anybody, but then I had COVID and I was with my grandparents for so long and they did not get it. Like that just does not make any sense to me at all, and it's just really weird. So I'm really confused about that, and I don't get what's going on, but yeah, that's just good, I guess. It's really, really good that my grandparents have not got it because they are 88 years old and they've got a lot of like health problems, so it would definitely be a huge problem. So I definitely feel like some kind of higher power was looking out for my family right there, and I don't know why that was, but I'm very, very thankful for that. So that's really, really good, and I'm just really hoping that they don't end up testing positive tomorrow or later today or something, because that would be horrible. But so far so good, and my mom is also doing better as well. She has like a bit of a bad cough and she's definitely not feeling 100% either. So I don't know, COVID is definitely not like some easy little thing, and from what I had heard from others that had it, I feel like people had just described it as a flu, and it just felt like the flu and it wasn't super bad. But the symptoms that I personally have experienced are nothing like flu symptoms, so it's really, really weird. So I'm a little bit confused about, you know, like everything about the situation, and it's odd. But I don't think I want to talk about that anymore because it's not happy and positive, you know, it's not fun. But I guess I just wanted to give you a bit of an update on the situation. Oh, and by the way, so one more COVID related thing, I guess. But I think I might have gotten it from Minnie, my dog, because when we were on the ferry, this is a completely far-fetched theory, but it's just the only one that makes any kind of sense in my brain. But yeah, when we were on the ferry, I did not really like talk to anybody or touch anything either, really, I don't know. But some people did come up to Minnie and they touched her without even asking me first, by the way, which I think is a little bit disrespectful. So I kind of like have a theory that she is the corona culprit, but I don't know for sure. So I think 2 people just kind of like came up to us and they touched her head, and then because like I was carrying her up and down from the ferry, I was obviously like carrying her super close to my own body. So I'm thinking that I probably got it from her, but then again, like it's a super far-fetched theory because they just like petted her a little bit and then I somehow got coronavirus from that. Like it's really strange, and I'm also scared that I potentially like gave it to them when they touched Minnie, because if Minnie had it on her, you know, like I don't know, it's really scary and I don't like it. And it just doesn't make any sense to me how I would have gotten it and my grandparents didn't. It does not make any sense. But yeah, I'm officially done talking about it now, okay? I promise this time, okay? I promise. So on a different note, I have quite a lot of time right now, obviously, because I'm not really doing anything. So if you have any suggestions for builds that I can make, please do feel free to leave them down below in the comments, because I'm always like looking for build ideas and looking for inspiration and whatnot. So yeah, feel free to put some ideas down in the comments and then I'll see if I want to create them or not. Yeah, I feel like so the way that I go about build recommendations is that I can't, you know, promise that I'm gonna make them if you suggest it to me, because I have to feel the inspiration and sometimes it just doesn't really fit into my schedule and into what I want to create. And recently I had somebody on Instagram ask me to create like a super specific build, and that's great because I'm just, you know, taking that as a compliment. I'm guessing they saw my builds and they liked them, and then they had this very specific build in mind that they wanted to play in, so they decided to ask me to create it for them. But I decided to turn that suggestion down because it was super specific, and they like sent me a whole paragraph about what to do with it, and it can be really hard to create something when you've got like such specific instructions to do it. So I just did not really want to do it, and it didn't really fit into my schedule because that was right around the werewolves time. So I just wanted to focus on doing werewolves builds, and when I build something I really want to be, you know, 100% happy with it, and I don't want to just do it for somebody else, because it does take me hours upon hours to, you know, create a build and also create the video and all of that stuff. So I really want to be happy with it myself, and I don't want to just do it because somebody else wants me to do it, you know. But if you do have any suggestions, please do let me know in the comments, and then I'll see if it strikes any inspiration for me and I can potentially make it, you know. Yeah. But also, for some reason, Tour de France started in Denmark this year, and I don't really know why that is, because it's called Tour de France, so you would expect it to always be in France, right? But no, apparently it started in Denmark this year, and people are very excited about it, like incredibly excited, and it's like a really big deal. Apparently a lot of my family members are very into Tour de France, so they're super excited about it too, but it feels like just everyone is excited about it, even people that don't really, you know, watch Tour de France or care about bikes or bicycling at all. So it's really interesting to see how many people actually care, and people are just going crazy over it. So it's kind of cute to see, and I really enjoy it. And I watched Tour de France with my grandma earlier today, because they were like driving across this bridge, this huge bridge, and it was a really big deal. So I watched it with my grandma on the phone, and she was super excited about it, so that was fun. Yeah, that's just a little update. I don't really know why it's in Denmark, because obviously like it's called Tour de France. Why is it not just in France? I don't get it. And then apparently like they're gonna drive the first 3 days in Denmark and then fly to France, so they're not even like gonna ride their bikes all the way from Denmark through Europe and then down to France. I don't really know why that is, but it's really fun and people are super excited about it, so that's fun for them. I don't really care too much about sports in general, but it has been really fun to see it, and I have like kind of been paying attention just because it is like a pretty big deal, so that has been fun, I guess. But I don't really get it. I don't get it at all. Also, for some reason I forgot to take my meds for like 3 days, which is not good at all. Like, just quitting antidepressants cold turkey is a very dangerous thing to do. That is how you set yourself up for disaster, so that has been interesting. But yeah, I'm fine though. I did take my meds this morning, and then I'm gonna take them tonight again just to get them back into my system. But that was really dumb, and I feel like my brain has just been like all over the place, and I have not been able to think at all, so it's been really odd. And also I've just like been completely out of my normal routine, so it's been really hard to remember, and that's not good, because you definitely should not just quit them cold turkey like that. That is very bad, very dangerous. But I'm back on them now and everything is fine, I think. But yeah, that was a dumb little thing that I did. Just a silly, goofy little life-threatening thing that I did right there. Very fun, very quirky of me. Yeah, no, don't do that. That was very stupid. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to tell you about, because I don't have anything interesting going on right now. But I did go for a walk today, which was exhausting, but very fun. It was nice to go outside for a little bit and get some fresh air. I had not been outside for 5 days, so that was fun. I guess I can tell you a little bit about the build. So this is the final bedroom. It's not very interesting, it's very bland because it's a rental. And the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna finish up the outside, because for some reason I just fully forgot to do the front of the house. I only focused on the back of it, like the watery side, so I just fully forgot the front. I don't know why, but that's just what I did because my brain is gone. But that's fine, it's totally fine. So that's what we're gonna do. I hope you all like this house. If you do, it is available for you to download on my gallery page. My ID is just LacyLena on there, so feel free to go and download it. Follow me on there if you want to, all of that stuff. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. My handle is just LacyLenaYT on both of those things. Very fun, just doing some self-promo because I don't know what else to say. Yay. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video nonetheless. If you did, you can give it a little thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed already and you enjoy my content. But besides all of that, I hope you're having an amazing day, and then I cannot wait to see you all in my next video that I will be posting in just a few days. I'm so out of breath. This is rough. Like, long COVID is absolutely no joke. But yeah, bye everybody.